Hello YouTube world. Today is February 2nd of 2020, and I guess what I want to talk about today is like going through different like emotions and things than other people that you're around or other family members, because my family is all over the place. Like, some of us feel like at this point we might as well do something drastic, like call the cops, or really that's pretty much all we could do, right? Because we can't force her into rehab. Somebody already called DCFS on her. Nothing is helping. And there were a good solid 5 days where she was actually sober, I guess. And then, yesterday we get the call that she's in the city. She overdosed and she needed someone to pick her up. That's what we woke up to yesterday morning. I mean, a lot of me is thankful that somebody had found her, because we really have no idea what happened or like how she even got to the city or anything at all. All we know is that, she did overdose and she called my parents from the hospital. I can't imagine being in my mom's shoes and waking up to that phone call and just being like, wow, my daughter literally just knocked on death's door. And then, somehow got a ride home or took the train home. We're still really unsure about that also. And then, I was at her house waiting for her. I get there, she's just like completely dirty, dirt all over her whole face. Just, did not look good. Did not look as good as she did 2 days prior. And then she just, was like, I'm not going to rehab, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. And then I just, I had to go. So I was like, I love you, like, I have to leave, but don't leave, don't do anything stupid. Just like, keep your shit together, okay? Like, for one day, and then tomorrow someone will bring you to rehab. Well, this morning rolls around and she shows up at my parents' house at 4 o'clock in the morning, disoriented. Then, we're all like, oh God, what are we gonna do? My stepdad was like, well, my dad, whatever, for video purposes, my stepdad, because, how am I gonna differentiate them between you people? But he was like, if you have time, go over there. But I also didn't really want to go over there knowing how high she was, like, and I'm really scared that, like, I don't want to find her dead. Honestly, I don't want to find her dead. So I just don't want to have that vision of her, however she is, stuck in my memory and be the last thing that I have and that I remember about her. I don't want that. I don't want to do that. I refuse. I honestly do. I refuse. So I didn't do it. I feel bad. I wanted to, I really did want to go there. I did really want to see her. I wanted to so bad, but I'm just not strong enough to see her in that state. And I'm definitely not strong enough to find her dead. That's one thing I'm going to tell you right now off the bat. I am nowhere near strong enough to ever see her dead. And I hope I never have to. I mean, this isn't even just like, let's say she dies. Like, I don't even want to see her at her funeral. But I do, but I don't, I don't even want to have these thoughts. So to me, the fact that I'm even having these thoughts is just overwhelming. It's so stressful. It's so hard. And a lot of the time, I honestly feel so lonely. I'm not lonely though, to be honest. I have my family, and I have a big family filled with like a million very supportive people. I have my husband, I have my friends, that are really supportive and loving to me too. And I have friends that I made since finding out that they have addict family members as well, and like people that could actually relate to what I'm going through. So, that's been really helpful for me. It's crazy how situations like this can bring people together that probably would have never been brought together. It's nice though, and I feel like happy and thankful that I'm in a position where I am in a way strong enough to talk about the things that I'm going through, versus being in a position where I would just like hold it in and be too like shy and embarrassed to tell people about what I'm going through. But I'm really not embarrassed of my sister. I'm not embarrassed of her at all. Like, I love her. I bring her in. I bring her anywhere with me. I have zero embarrassment about who she is or anything she's gone through. I just feel like I used to feel embarrassed because I just didn't want people to think a certain way about me, or more so my parents, who I'm very protective over. But as I've gotten older, I just don't care. I don't care what you think about me or my family, because you don't know what we've really been through. You don't know what walks of life we've taken. You don't know, any situations on the inside, because you only see what you want to see. And to me, I don't care if you think I'm a bad person. I don't care if you think my sister is a bad person. I don't care how bad you judge us. I don't care what you think about my parents anymore, because I know who they are, and no one's opinion of them is going to change my opinion of them, period, ever. And I feel very strongly about that. Not just me, all my siblings do. We all do, Even my sister told me yesterday, like, I would be lost without Dad Dwight. And that's true. We all would be. We would be nowhere. We would have nothing. We would literally have nothing had he not come into our life. And for the rest of my life and his life, I will always, always share thanks and thankfulness to him and because of him. Because had he not come in, I don't know where any of us would be. It's not that my mom didn't try, she was a single mom. She worked 3 jobs. She bust her ass, so she didn't spend too much time at home because she was always busy working to provide a home for us and, toys and whatnot for children, She's not in charge of making our whole lives better. She's just in charge of taking care of us. And then she met our dad, and he really came in and made our lives better. That's really that. I mean, we're all thankful. My sister just lost her way, and somehow she just doesn't know how to find her way back. And at the end of the day, me and my siblings are all over the place. Some of us think jail. Some of us think rehab. Some of us, we think a whole bunch of different things, and I'm not really even going to get into explaining what we all really think and feel, because it's okay to feel what you want to feel. No matter what any other person says, you're entitled to your own feelings and emotions. It does not matter what somebody else feels. You're not entitled to feel the same way as them. Like, you don't have to. You can feel however you want. Some of my siblings are just done. They're just done with this. They're like over it, Some days I'm over it. I'm like, I'm over this. And then another day I'll have a full-blown panic attack because I'm not over it and it hurts. I never know how I'm going to feel that day, or, what's going to end up happening. But I just really want to state like that. It's fine to go through your feelings and your emotions, and don't let anybody else make you feel like you have to feel a certain way in your time, because everybody's going to go through something differently, I have not given up hope on my sister. A lot of people say all the time, like, you should just give it up. You should just give it up. But I'm probably not going to ever. I don't feel like I would or should. And I mean, parts of me want to, if I'm being 100% honest. A lot of me wants to just be like, F this, throw in the towel and just be done with it. But I can't. And to be honest, my sister lost her phone yesterday in the city. So we were all like, oh, no phone, no car. How is she going to get around? Well, when there's a will, there's a way. And she found a way. back to the west side. So there's really nothing more that we can do than what we've done. There's no more that we could put into this than what we've already put into this. Like, we're trying. We want her to get better, but we can't force her to get better. We can't force anybody to do anything. And that's the most important thing, is that no matter where you're at or how you're feeling, you know, you can't make somebody do something that they don't want to do. And I'm sure, like, some people are probably like, oh, well, you know, my family's not going through that. But I'm pretty sure you either have a sibling, a parent, a cousin, an uncle, an aunt, you know, a friend of your family, somebody you've known your whole life. I'm pretty sure you know somebody who's done drugs or been on drugs or is currently on drugs. So at least some part of you can relate to what I say, or, you know, what I'm going through. I'm just trying to show you a different side of addiction, which is my side. What I'm going through personally and what my family is going through because of addiction, because of heroin, to be specific. Anyways, I hope you guys like my little rant, and as always, fuck heroin, and I hope you have a good day.